In this video, we're going to see who's the strongest character in the entire The Boys series. This video will contain spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I would suggest not watching. So let's get into it. Alright, so we'll start off in order. Alistair doesn't have powers, so I'm just going to put all the people who don't have powers in F tier. Ashley Barrett also doesn't have powers. A-Train, he's really good. I think a lot of people think that he's not as good as he actually is, but like, when it showed him drag that guy and basically just like instantly kill him, I think he could pretty much do that to most people and also just run through them like he did in the beginning. So he's actually, I'm going to put him in A tier for now. I might move him up to S tier later. Becca Butcher, no powers. Billy Butcher. Alright, so this is where the spoilers are going to come in. He's basically Homelander, but without flight. Yeah, so I'm going to put him A tier. I'm not sure who wins between him and A-Train. I think Billy actually has an edge because he could laser him while he's running or whatever. And I don't think A-Train is like super durable. Alright, so next up we've got Black Noir. We don't know much about him, but we did see him get basically exploded by that terrorist and he barely took any damage, but he also got killed by Homelander pretty easily. So I can't put him above any of these guys, but I think he's close to their level. Crimson Countess, we don't know much about her. I don't think it really shows her powers much. I'm just going to put her in C tier. She's probably like a basic superhero. Doppelganger. Doppelganger's the guy who can shapeshift. I don't think he can really do anything other than that, like to use to his advantage. So I think he's going to be D tier. I don't think he has much strength. Next up, we've got Eagle the Archer. I think he's basically just a The Boys version of Hawkeye. We don't know much about him other than he can shoot arrows. Frenchie has no powers, but Frenchie's pretty epic, so we'll put him in D tier. Above Doppelganger, I bet he could beat Doppelganger. Grace Mallory, no powers. She would lose in any fight, I'm sure. Gunpowder is just guns. Maybe like good aim with guns. We don't know much about him. I'm gonna put him the same as her. They're probably, or maybe around the Eagle, because they basically have the same power. They're just good at aiming things. But I think Gunpowder is probably more deadly, so we'll put him above Eagle. Next up, we've got Homelander, probably the strongest character of the show. We haven't seen the full potential of people like Ryan or Soldier Boy, but I think Homelander's is definitely an S tier. We'll see if anyone passes him later on. Huey, also another spoiler. Huey can teleport, and I think that's about it. I think all soups have just a higher strength and like durability than the average person. So I think he's like just an upgraded human with teleportation. And I think he's actually pretty good. I think he could teleport you a lot of places that could just instantly kill you. Like he could set up his own death trap or whatever, or like teleport you into a volcano or something random like that. And so I think Huey's actually really strong. I think he might beat Butcher. And that might be controversial, but like teleportation is really strong. He could pretty much teleport Billy to like a super deep part of the ocean or something and then teleport himself out. And so he could basically just kill anyone using that. So I think he is actually S tier. Next up, we've got Kenji. He's basically a bender from Avatar. He can just move things, and that's decent. I think he's definitely A tier, because I doubt Gunpowder or Eagle is beating him. Next up we got Kamiko. I don't really think she has much. She's like faster, stronger, and like just a good human. So she's kind of a lower range soup, but she's pretty good. I think Kenji does beat her though. Or actually no, never mind, because they kind of fight and Kamiko kind of beats him, like she restrains him, but he wasn't going all out on her. I don't know, that's actually a good fight between them two. I think I'm gonna put Kenji above, because he just has more like versatility than her. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Lamplighter, he's just fire. That's about it. He's like a flamethrower. He was in the 7, so he had to be decently good. I guess if he like had the target, he could probably kill any one of these guys, but I don't think he will. I don't think he'd be able to. I think that's a decent spot for him. I think he's above Kenji and Kamiko, but not Black Noir. Next up, we got Mesmer. I don't think he has any combat powers. He can just read your mind. So D tier. Mother's Milk, no powers. Well, I put him up with Frenchie, and I think he'd win in a fight against Frenchie too, so we can do that. Popclaw, she just is like Wolverine, kind of. She's decent. I don't think she does much. She's like strong. She crushes that guy's head. so we'll put her C tier. Queen Maeve, she surprisingly might be one of the strongest characters in the whole show. She takes a blast directly from Soldier Boy at the end and doesn't die somehow. Like, she literally is at his full charged up power and he doesn't kill her. But she does lose her superpowers. But like, that's really durable. I think anyone would have an extremely hard time killing her. I think she's also S tier. I doubt Billy could laser her. Like, if Soldier Boy's charged up blast didn't kill her, I doubt Butcher's laser vision would either. But I think Homelander could get it done eventually. Next up, we got Ryan. I think Ryan is also one of the strongest. I think his laser vision is actually way stronger than Homelander's because it shows Homelander.
Don't be a pussy, laser my fucking tits.
And so he basically blasts her like full power and he can't even break her skin. But Ryan incinerates her pretty much. So I think Ryan, well, it's also weird because in the last episode, I think Ryan has a little fight against Soldier Boy and I think he does laser him and then just like blasts him back a bit, but he doesn't even like damage him. So it's really weird. I think he does have potential to be the strongest for sure. I think he wouldn't be able to get to Huey because Huey could teleport, but I think if he vaporized Stormfront, like if he used that same power blast on like Queen Maeve, I think he might go right through her, but I doubt Huey would get caught in that. And Homelander just seems pretty invincible, so we'll leave him there. Now we've got Soldier Boy. Now this is where it gets tricky. We know a decent amount about Soldier Boy, but we don't know his full powers. We see him go full power on Maeve and not kill her, but when they're pinning Homelander down, Homelander is either fighting for his life or for his powers. I'm not sure. I don't know if Soldier Boy would be able to kill him with that blast, but it'd be close at least, and he would remove his powers. I think that alone, just being able to take away someone's powers, is enough to be S tier. I think he is probably the strongest. If he can get that blast and attack someone with it, like, they're just over. Because if he did get Homelander's powers away, he could kill him after that easily. So yeah, I think top of S tier is a good spot for him. Starlight's pretty good, especially when she charged up in the last episode with all the lights. She's probably either top of A tier or S tier. No, I think Starlight and A-Train had a bit of a fight. A-Train might have won, I think, if he didn't have the heart attack. So I think A-Train might be above her. And I'm sure Billy could kill her too with his laser vision. She doesn't have much about that. They can pierce her skin with that saw that they use to get the chip out. So I think Billy's laser vision would definitely do the job. Next up, we've got Stormfront. Stormfront got completely destroyed by Ryan. So she was also really strong though. Like Queen Maeve, Starlight, Kamiko, they all couldn't kill her. Like, they beat the shit out of her, but didn't do the job. So she is really durable, but she couldn't survive that blast against Ryan. Well, she did survive technically, but she was completely disabled. She has flight. A-Train couldn't really get to her. I think she's really strong. She's probably at least S tier somewhere in here. But Ryan does technically destroy her, so I'll put her below Ryan, above Queen Maeve. Next up, we got Supersonic. I don't think we actually see any of his powers. I don't have any idea what he does. And he got killed basically right as he was introduced, so he seems decent. He did get into the 7, so he must be pretty strong. Probably at least this level. So we'll put him top of B tier, because I'm sure he has a better power than just shooting guns well. The Deep, everyone's favorite character. The Deep is horrible. He has nothing. Like, in the beginning, he said his best asset was like his epic dives. So I think he hasn't really got anything. The best we saw from him was when he rode the whale and sent all the sharks and stuff after the boys. But that backfired pretty much immediately. I don't think he has like one fight with anyone in the entire show. I think he's kind of just a loser and can't do anything. So I do think a one-on-one with any of these guys, he maybe wins, but he's terrible. I hate the Deep. He's really bad. And I guess in water, he's got an edge. So we'll put him here. I think Popclaw could even kill him. And now we've got Translucent. Translucent was extremely hard to kill. He has invincible skin, and the only way they could kill him was sticking a bomb up his ass. So I'm not sure if he has any other power besides just turning invisible. So he was really strong and he took on Butcher, but he even got beat by just Butcher and Huey in base form. So I can't put him above B tier, I don't think. Or actually, yes, I think he does. I think that invisibility is really strong. He could probably take out Kamiko and Kenji, maybe even Lamplighter. I think if he just sneaks up on anyone and has like something that will deal a fatal blow, I think he's got it. Black Noir is really durable. I don't know about Lamplighter, so I'm going to put Translucent right here. I think that's a good spot for him. And now, Victoria Newman. We don't know anything about her other than she can pop heads. We don't know if she can pop anyone's head or if it's just regular humans, so she is really strong. I'm not sure if she could beat Billy. Like, I don't know how strong her power is and how well she can kill. I think that's probably a decent spot for her. I'm gonna say if Soldier Boy couldn't even kill Queen Maeve with that max power blast, I doubt Victoria would be able to. Like, I just doubt she'd be able to crush her head. She did make Starlight's nose bleed, which shows she could maybe kill a soup, but I think Starlight is also weaker on the durability side. I think she does beat A-Train, probably Butcher, maybe. Actually, I forgot about Kamiko's healing. With healing, she can survive pretty much anything. Like, Black Noir destroys her, but she still lives. But Black Noir does beat her in a fight. I think this is a good spot for her, actually. I forgot about her healing. That's really powerful. But back to Victoria. I think this is probably the best spot for her. I don't know if she could do much else. So this is the final tier list. Let me know if you disagreed with any of my rankings. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see next. And if you enjoyed this one, leave a like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed this video. See ya.